I've got a little skull friend over there.
You do got a little
Look,
skull
I got a
friend.
little skull friend.
Welcome to Stoopid Movies, where we watch it so you don't have to.
That is right. And this week, we watched Detroit Driller Killer 2020. So it's a brand new movie directed by Matt Jasel. It starred some people, but they're not on IMDb. Ultra low budget. According to IMDb, which we know cannot always be trusted, it had a budget of $1,000.
Yep, not rated and about 71 minutes long. So we listened to some Rancid. We blared Detroit while we went to Detroit, and we bought a drill, and there was a killer, and we gave him the drill, and he became the driller killer in Detroit. What's this movie about?
A struggling writer who lives in Detroit, who's trying to get something produced. And one day he snaps, buys a drill, starts drilling people in the face.
So is this isn't tied in with the original driller killer movie, is it?
No.
It's just totally just
a
kind of
standalone thing.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Rancid has a song called Detroit, and I like that.
Yeah.
So what do we like about Detroit Driller Killer?
This was beautiful.
Yeah.
It was really, really well shot.
I was expecting like when you told me the budget for one, I was expecting like shot on video, just that poor quality, which there's a lot of that I like, but I was expecting that. So when it started, it's crisp, it's clear, it shot really well. The technical side of everything, like the sound, lighting, and everything was done really well.
Yeah.
So that was very impressive.
It was shot what I would call very competently. They made interesting camera angle decisions. It wasn't just a camera pointed directly at two assholes talking to you.
I thought the editing was actually done really well.
I was able to follow it the whole way through. There was no big jumps, which doesn't sound like much of a compliment, but for these type of movies, a lot of times there's shit that jumps around and doesn't make sense.
Right.
It worked great here. Honestly, for the most part, the acting was really good too. These people all felt like they were real people. For the most part, the things they said felt believable. Felt like they were who they were saying they were. And that's what acting is. So I would say the acting was well done for this.
You know what? I was surprised also with the practical effects.
I was wondering if you were going to say it, if you were going to make me say it.
No, yeah. The gore was pretty good. And there's a fair amount, you know. But it's all practical, obviously, and it's done really well, and most of it's on screen. Some of it was kind of wonky a little bit, but
there was one that stood out really bad, but I thought the rest of them were really good. The music, with the exception of the rap, which is just not my taste, but even that was good, and it fit.
Yeah.
It's just not my taste.
Yeah, the score is pretty decent. It reminded me of like early 80s, kind of, almost like the Italian style slashers, kind of that kind of creepy.
Like a Giallo style?
A little bit, yeah. It's that kind of score.
Here's something that's super indefinable and vague. The fun factor. I personally had a lot of fun with this. Kiss has a song called Detroit Rock City, and I don't like Kiss. Fuck Kiss.
I wasn't a fan of the acting. Maybe it was more the characters. Like the lead character, I did not like him. The voiceover stuff annoyed me.
He felt bland.
Exactly.
As a killer. Nothing about him stood out.
Yeah. It's like his motivation was kind of lackluster.
Yeah.
You know.
He's like, I'm grumpy, so I'm going to kill people.
Yeah.
The girlfriend was fucking obnoxious, and it's like, I'm sorry, if I was dating someone like that, I would have broken up with them a long ass time ago. There's no way you would be putting up with that bullshit.
So for me, I was bored for pretty much most of this thing. I mean, some of the kills were kind of fun and stuff, but I felt like there was too much wasted time. A lot of shots of him just walking around or talking to himself or voiceover stuff, and I'm just like, just get on to the good stuff here. It really dragged out for me.
There was a few things in here that either didn't go anywhere or were just confusing as hell. The director that he met with at the beginning that was taken by the mob, never went anywhere else.
What happened to all that?
That just disappeared. The whole he's crazy and talking to the child version of himself didn't go anywhere again.
Yeah.
And it was too bad because I actually thought that kid character was really cool.
Yeah.
The actor did a good job and the lines were really funny. I actually liked that quite a bit, but it didn't go anywhere.
Right.
And then there's a whole scene where he is pretending he's talking to the police. It felt like padding. honestly, I almost wonder if this would have been better as a short. If they had cut all that padding, it could have been a 15, 20-minute movie and been really, really good. Because technically speaking, everything was good about this.
There's this whole party rap scene in
I
this
knew you were gonna hate
underground,
that.
whatever this, what the hell was this? And okay, I mean, it led up to all of them getting killed off or whatever, which was cool.
But who the hell were they?
But who were they? Why did it take so long to get to that? I mean, this thing went on for at least 10 minutes, I felt. I swear. And it's like, they're all dancing like this and laughing. I'm like, you just recording it? I mean, no, I don't care.
Yeah, and a lot of the dialogue in there was it felt super forced too. Where are the drugs? When are the drugs going to be here? I can't wait for drugs. And it's like, okay, dude, we fucking get it, man. There's other ways to get across that they're going to do drugs than that.
Yeah, it's just,
You're sitting at home with your girlfriend, wife, boyfriend, husband, pet parakeet, whatever it is. I don't care. And some dude just walks in your front door. You're not going to just be chill having a conversation with him. Stranger just walked into your house. Emote. Do something. There are two of you. There's one of him. Push him the fuck out the door. Push him the fuck out the door. Push him the fuck out the door.
yeah.
And then lock it. You're in the city. Fucking lock your door. I lock my doors. We're in Lincoln. Nothing happens in Lincoln. If you fart too loud, it gets 911 calls. I still lock my door. Lock your fucking door.
Yeah.
Especially if you live in Detroit. I don't know. Let's wrap this shit up.
Wrap it up like a drill in a box. Low budget indie flick. Looks really good. Shot really well. Technically speaking, everything was really good. I didn't have a ton of fun with it. There's parts I had fun. The gore looked really good. Some of the kills were kind of cool. I'll be being kind of standard, but still neat. Well done for the most part. All that was a nice surprise. Could not stand the characters. Didn't give two turds about the killer. I don't. Some of the music was good. The score was fine, but I don't know. This would have been much better as like a 20-minute short, I think.
Yeah.
It really could have been tightened up. It was just too slow and a little too boring for me. But I will say it was better than I thought it was going to be. 2.5 out of 8.
This would have been better as a short. You could have tightened it up a lot, and this would have been a beautiful short. It would have been an amazing short if they had done it that way. But they didn't, so we're going to review the movie we have. The writing needs some help. The acting was okay. Wasn't great. It wasn't anything stellar. But again, was it the actor's fault or was it the lines they were given to read? I don't know. Hard to say, but I thought the actors did fine with what they had. I had fun with it overall, but this is more my wheelhouse. Yeah. I like horror movies. Rob doesn't. It was a movie. It wasn't bad. I think if they had spent the time cleaning up the writing on this movie would have been a, 7.5. It could have been a lot higher. I don't know. I'm having a tough time with this one, so I'm stalling. I'll give it a 5 out of 8. I had fun with it.
Have you seen Detroit Driller Killer?
Yeah, we watched it.
It's an indie movie. Go support it. We're all for that. So, if you like us, go tell your friends. Go over to Facebook.com/StoopidMovies. Like, subscribe right here and give us a thumbs up. You can also go over to Instagram @StoopidMovies, the Horror Punk Dr. Sketch Turner.
Ooh, you did it backwards and you still did it right.
Good job. Email us at StoopidMoviesOutlook.com.
Before we go, take a drill. Sound your penis hole with it. Take a picture of it and send it to Rob. We're starting a collection.